Hey guys, welcome back. This training is on Pixels, that wonderfully complicated way of doing ads on Facebook, but one that once you've figured out how to use can be a very, very, very powerful tool. So before I get started, let me talk a little bit about what the Pixel is and what it does. So the Pixel is a little bit of code that you put onto landing pages or websites. And you do this because if you go and look at the custom audience creation, we talk about building a custom audience for your Facebook ads based on people who have visited your website. In order for Facebook to know that people went to your website, you have to install a pixel. It's just a piece of code, which I'm going to show you how to build right now. So with this code, it basically it sends instructions back to Facebook of activity that's happening outside Facebook. So building that website traffic audience, you install your pixel on every single page of your website so that Facebook can track how many people have gone there and then build an audience accordingly. When you're running a campaign, like say for instance you're offering a PDF and you want to give people a home evaluation, like whatever, um, typically, one of the things you're going to do, or one of the options you have available, is to send people to a landing page. One of the things you're going to want to know is how many people that went to that landing page ultimately filled out the information on the form and then completed the process. Okay, so obviously that usually triggers a notification so you know someone's done something and you can begin your follow up. In order for you to know how many people completed that, again, you must install the pixel, but this pixel is installed on the thank you page. So when you're sending people to a landing page with a form and you want to know how many people filled out the form and you want Facebook to track this, you need to install the pixel code on the thank you page because it's tracking people who have completed that process. Okay, so pixels are it's simply a piece of code that allows Facebook to track activity outside of Facebook and then allow you to analyze that information once it has come through. Okay, so the first step that we're going to do right now is we're going to create a pixel. And then what we're going to do is go to the next step. So I'll just take this in little steps. So the first thing we're going to do is create a pixel. If you already have a pixel, then don't worry about this. To get to the screen that I'm at right now, I've gone into Facebook, went into the Facebook Ads Manager, and then up here, I went and I chose pixels. If you don't see pixels from your frequently used, you just hover over all tools and there you'll find it there under assets. Okay, so that's where you find the pixel screen if you've never set up a pixel before. So the next step we're going to do is we're going to create the pixel. Okay, we actually name it. So this is one of my clients, and then we're going to hit next. Usually when you choose a name for your pixel, it's just the name of your page and then there's the pixel. Okay, so tra-la-la, we have created our pixel and I'm just waiting for it to optimize and now give me some instructions. So now we have a couple of options available to us in terms of what we're going to do with this piece of code. Basically, focus on the middle. Okay, so you can email if you have someone helping you, you can email the instructions to them. This is an integration. Don't even worry about that. That's usually for e-commerce and stuff. What you're going to be using it for is to install it manually. So we simply hit manually install the code. And then we scroll down. This is a little video that actually will describe to you about how to do it. Let's just play that real quick. Um, so it's trying to go through and explain. So if ever you get lost and you're like, I can't remember what Rebecca said, there is an opportunity for you to go and watch this little video that Facebook has created for you. Okay, so what it's trying to tell us is where to put the code. So this is a really important piece of information. You put the pixel code in what is called between the head tags, so the header tags on your website. So this is an example you can see before. So we see the word head, and then we have the slash head. So between those, you install the pixel code and it's a cut and paste exercise. You don't have to write anything. You don't have to know about code. I know nothing about code, but it's just giving you some instructions for your website on where to ultimately install this particular code. Okay, so if you're using a landing page, depending on what kind of a system you're using, sometimes it'll have, I use a system called Lead Pages. And when you go into the lead page, there's going to be something that says a SEO tracking code. So again, if you're wanting to install your Pixel code after you've watched this video and you go to your website or your landing page and you can't find it, just send me a quick email and I can give you some tips on where exactly to find it. But you're looking for tracking code. It could also be called SEO tracking code. If you're doing it on your website, my favorite thing is handing it to my web guys, and I'm like, yeah, stick this on the header, thank you, because well, I just tend to screw up my website. So that's where you want to put it. And once you have it installed here, you don't have to worry about it again because you are done. So if you are doing this yourself and you want to install the code yourself, you simply scroll down to step 2 and you click on this little plus, which will automatically copy that pixel code to the clipboard. You then go over to your website, find the section here, okay, right in this section here, and you simply hit paste. So you right click and then you would choose paste, which is of course not showing up right now, but that's how you would do it. You would right click in that particular spot and then you would choose paste and then remember to save it. Okay, so it's very important to do the saving part. Just to show you really quickly, let me just go into my Lead Pages account and I'll show you where it is exactly that you install this code if you are using a landing page system. So again, leadpages.net is the one that I'm using. It's actually going to log me in. Here we go, and I want to show you a particular one that I created that has the pixel code on it. So I want it to be FB2. That's the one I'm looking for. Okay, so this is my landing page here that I have created. I go into the edit function. So again, depending on what you're using, if it's ClickFunnels, Instapage, Unbounce, Lead Pages, there's lots of different options out there. Again, my favorite is Lead Pages and Instapage. I kind of use them both. Okay, so this is sort of, I'm in edit mode. You're looking for something that says tracking. So this one says page tracking. That's what I'm looking for. And then an Instapage, sorry, this is Lead Pages. They have something called Facebook. And then you've got to find that, so it's Facebook, ignore that, it's in analytics. As you can see, sometimes you kind of got to click on a few places, and I always forget where this head section is. But this, where it says head section tracking code. Okay, so again, it's got the word head in it and it's got the word tracking code. Woohoo! We have a winner. And then all I did was I installed the pixel code. I just copied and pasted the pixel code into this section, hit save, and then we were done. Okay, always update your page after you've made a change so that everything is saved appropriately. So anytime I make a change at all on a page, I always want to make sure that I have appropriately saved stuff. Okay, so basically that's it. We can hit continue. The one thing you'll note, see here it says there's a little red dot. This means that there's no activity yet. So if you've installed this pixel code on a website, and then, for instance, you go to create an ad, I'm going to show you which ad you use when you to use this pixel code properly. You might see that the little button is red. All you need to do is go to your website, visit every single page that has that pixel code on it. Or if you're, for example, using a Lead Pages system, you go to the thank you page. Maybe you kind of test the whole system, so you go through it, fill out the form so that it triggers the thank you page, and then that little button will turn green. That's how you know that your pixel is active. If you wanted, you could actually put in the URL right here and it'll send test traffic to let you know instantly whether or not it's working. But if ever again you're going to build an ad and you choose your pixel code and it's not green, you just need to go visit the website and then that will fix things for you. So we're going to hit continue. And these are events. Don't worry about these for now because the events are, again, it'll give you some instructions as to what an event is. It's really what you're trying to do. Generally speaking, we're trying to generate a lead. So the event category that you're going to be choosing is going to be to generate a lead. What you're now seeing below are additional code that you can insert into your the pixel code on your various sites, like your website or the landing page. But that's really complicated. I'm just telling you that's what it is. There's another way that I'm going to show you that is much, much easier. than having to actually figure out how to write code. Because again, ultimately at the end of the day, we're trying to tell Facebook what we're trying to do. Okay, that's what these events are. So, what are we ultimately trying to accomplish? And then make sure that Facebook can track that particular activity on those websites or landing pages that we have created. So, we're just going to hit done and we're done. Woohoo! Set up the pixel. Oh, I was just asking us to redo it again. Okay, so now that you have your pixel created, alrighty, we now want to create what's called a custom conversion. So I apologize that at this stage, the words get a little bit complicated. So let me try to explain to you what it is we're trying to do. So the pixel code has been installed on our say on our website or on our landing page, right, on the thank you page of a system that we've created. So now what you want to do is you want to create an ad that tracks that or that sends people to that landing page and that ultimately tracks the number of people who are going to complete that particular event. So what you're going to want to do is you want to create what's called a custom conversion. So create custom conversion, and this is just simply so you can see that the little tag there is red. Once you visit the website, it'll turn green. What this is saying is you're now providing specific instructions that we're going to attach to an ad that says, Facebook, whenever anyone lands on this thank you page, so I'm just going to put my consulting.ca. Let's, for instance, pretend this is the thank you. Okay. Whenever anyone visits this particular website, so again, like the example I'm using, just to be clear, is that we're sending people to a landing page that has a form that once the form is filled out, it triggers this thank you page. So this is people have completed the process we want them to do. Okay. This is now where we choose the category, the kind of the events categories we saw before. We're trying to generate a lead. This is the one you're always going to use, basically 100% of the time, unless you engage in some sort of like online purchasing, stuff like that, like checkouts and whatnot. Lead or complete registration, both of these work fine. We tend to go with lead, and then you choose next. Okay, you then enter a name. So I'm going to call this test conversion so that my team, when they go in here, wonder why I have a conversion. And then you hit create. Okay, we have now created our conversion. Hooray! Now what? Okay, so at this stage, we have created our pixel. We have copy and pasted that pixel onto the thank you page that people get once they filled out a form. And now we have said we've created what's called a custom conversion so that when we build our ad, we just pick that particular custom conversion from a list. And that way, Facebook has specific instructions that whenever that thank you page is triggered, to count it as a conversion in your Facebook ads analytics. So the kind of ad you're going to use is go to Ads Manager. There's a whole bunch of different types that you can choose. Let's go to Create Ad. And again, to create an ad, you would be logging into Facebook. You'd be choosing Create Ad from the drop-down menu that you get by clicking on the arrow at the top right. Okay, so we have conversions, right? So if you recall, we talked about the different kinds of ads you can do on Facebook. The lead generation ad, that's the lead ad. You have to look at the separate video for that one, but there's a gajillion other ones that you can possibly use. For conversions, so for the pixel code, what I use is the conversions ad. And what this does is every time someone fills out that form, Facebook takes a look at their profile and says, hey, I'm going to go find people just like them because these people have the highest propensity to fill out this form. So where it kind of runs like a traffic ad, so it drives traffic to a landing page, but then it tracks the people who ultimately fill out the form and do what you want them to do. So we're going to pick conversions. Conversions calls conversions test, and then away we go. We hit continue. I'm not going to go through all of the targeting. What I really want to show you right up front is how you go about choosing your the custom conversion that we just created. So saying, okay, this is a conversion ad. We need to know what instructions you have for us. And there is the test conversion that we just created. Okay, so again, it's red because we haven't gone to that particular website. You can verify your pixel, which is just like letting them know, yep, we're gonna. It's actually gonna shoot a quick test over to that little URL just to make sure that it's working properly, and then you can continue on and build the rest of your ad, all the targeting, the creative, the copy, and all that kind of a thing. Okay, so now at this stage, we're done. We've got our pixel. We've copy and pasted that pixel. We have created a custom conversion, which is basically a set of instructions that you give to Facebook so that they can track that information on the people who land on that thank you page. And the last step here is building the actual conversion ad that is going to go out to the people that you choose as part of your targeting. And then as more and more of those people fill out that form, it's going to give Facebook instructions to find people just like them so that you get better and better and better results of the people coming through your funnel. So I'm going to leave off with one sort of comment that I have about conversion ads. If you are running a conversion ad to a landing page, you're getting a ton of traffic, but you're getting like really crappy conversions, the problem is not that the ad is wrong or things are amiss. It is simply what I call a behavioral issue of people are busy, they're very mobile. You can check on your ads manager the different sort of categories in terms of how people are interacting with you. So if you have lots of traffic but low conversions, your ads are great. You just need to change your ad type from a conversion ad to a lead ad. Okay, so if you're experiencing those kind of problems, flip over to the lead ad video right now and check out the instructions there. Okay, good luck, guys. And as per usual, if you need to get in touch with me for any kind of assistance, you know where to find me. Good luck.